This video shows annotation, training, and deployment workflow within the Relimetrics trainer. In this demo, we will be training deep learning models to check the configuration of 3 different welding cell clamps. Let's get started. During this session, acquired welding cell images are shown in the image gallery. These images contain different configurations of clamps, clamped and unclamped. Clicking on an image triggers the annotation view, where specific regions of interest can be annotated for training. The first step in the annotation process is the definition of possible states. The pop-up dialog allows to define a group name and its corresponding states. In this case, we are creating 3 types of clamp components and define possible states as clamped and unclamped. Let's now use the rectangle drawing tool to define the clamp regions. Any selected region of interest can quickly be replicated and resized to fit the corresponding area. Appropriate states, which match the underlying image, are assigned to each region of interest. Once a region is selected in an image, the selected region can be applied to every image in the stack. This speeds up the annotation process. Let's now switch to the next image in the stack. The regions of interest rectangles are already defined. The only task to do is to assign correct state to each of them. We go back to the gallery screen to prepare the training dataset. The first step is to extract the selected regions of interest as a separate stack of images, which will be directly fed into the training pipeline. The system can automatically split the dataset into training and validation parts, or the user can split the set manually. Images selected for training and validation can be previewed. The process of creating an image set is repeated for each clamp type. We have 3 image sets for different clamp types. Let's now enter the training view, create a new model, review training parameters, select our clamp type 1 dataset as the training input, and train a new model using the local training backend. Training can be performed locally, at a remote server, or in the cloud, depending on the data security requirements of the customer. Start Training button launches the training process. For convenience, the video is fast-forwarded during this process. While the training progresses, the user can see model loss and accuracy plots. The plots are used to determine how well the training is proceeding. At the end of the training, the view switches to Evaluation tab, which allows to inspect the statistics of the training. It shows number of training images, final accuracy, and training time. The process of training a model is repeated for each clamp type. We have now 3 deep learning models for 3 types of clamps. Deploying the trained models to the audit system. We select the models to be deployed. We then define a welding cell group to report the audit results for all clamp types. Welding cell can have 2 states. All the clamps are open or all the clamps are closed. And we are ready to deploy. In the audit view, the performance of the newly trained models can be tested using live images from the audit system. We will test all the 3 new models. We expect that all the clamps are clamped in this audit. The audit is done. Let's check the results. There are some unclamped clamps. Let's inspect more closely if this is indeed the case. The unclamped parts have been correctly identified by the model and represented within red boxes. For more information on Relimetrics Trainer, contact info@relimetrics.com.